Hey guys, how we doing? I am almost ready. I think, it's 9 o'clock. I better be ready. I don't know what happens. I get up around 7, and I think I'm ready for the show. Is my microphone hot enough? Hold on a minute. I want to make sure my sound's good. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Let's bring you up a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, so anyway, I get up around 7. Usually I get around 6:30, but Sunday mornings at 7, and I just can't seem to pull it together in time. Alright, so let's get over with the shaken, not stirred thing. As you all know, we've been having earthquakes. We had an earthquake, not yesterday, but the day before, a nice one. And enough that I left the house. I've never left the house. Any earthquake, even the Northridge big one that tore down our freeway, this one was probably about 5 or 10 minutes, the epicenter, probably 10 minutes from my house. So the house shook hard, and my Rachel Ray pots are all bang, 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 bang. And pictures came off the wall, and I'm like, wow, this one's a big one. So, right when it starts, I'm like, I gotta get on Facebook and tell everybody. Sorry, I'm spitting on myself. I'm so excited. I just had a health bar. So, I'm like, hey guys, wait a minute. And it just kept shaking and it shook harder. I'm like, oh, I'm out of here. I didn't even get to post my comment. I just thought, how stupid is this? Dying because I had to post on Facebook. Are you kidding? What a headline that would be. So anyway, we had 2 pretty good shakers after that. One right after it. We had 2 yesterday. So we've had a lot. And normally, normal earthquakes are usually either, there's 2 things. It'll shake real fast, and then you get this rolling motion. Okay? And then, or you just get this rolling motion. One or the other. Ironically, in the big one 2 days ago, it was a fast shake, and then it started rolling, and you could feel everything just moving. And then the small ones, though, were just like that. That was it. It was really weird. I've never felt just the jolt without the roll. So, even though I've experienced earthquakes my whole life, you still trip out over them and like, wow, that's totally weird. That's totally cool. Never been hurt in an earthquake. Never knew anybody hurt in an earthquake. I talk to people in the South. This kills me. People in the South are like, well, you know what? That freaks me out. I'd rather deal with tornadoes. What? You have no idea how many people have told me they'd rather do tornadoes than a little 10-minute shaker that does nothing. Okay? I'd rather my house shake for about 10 minutes and then you laugh about it later than have my house picked up and thrown through a Walmart, okay? I do not like being lifted up off the ground and heaved with my home in any direction or have it just torn to shreds. So tornadoes are quite the thing, and I would never want to deal with tornadoes. I would if I lived in the area, but they're way worse than earthquakes. Millions of people felt the earthquake, and nobody had any injuries. We all held our hands up. So anyway, we hope that's the end of it. We never know. Everybody says, oh, California's going to snap off. Like, you don't know. I've been hearing that since grade school. So, enough about that. Let's talk about our friend Rachel Ray. Let me show you a little picture here. There she is on her show promoting a failed website and a horrible medical system that has just been a bomb from minute one. What you can't see is her producers have a gun to her head to the left or the right, and she doesn't even look like she seriously cares. But she holds these up and promotes Obamacare. And that's her choice. Number 1 rule, and if you didn't learn it, go back to the Dixie Chicks when they talked about George Bush on stage. Whether you like politics or not, you're a country singer or Rachel Ray, you're a cook on TV. You shouldn't be bringing politics or religion into your show because you do food. You know, you don't have a talk show about other things. So you need to say no. I don't even know how much they paid you to promote that. But did you even look into it? Now, just to show you guys, hold on a minute. Let me make sure. I got to refresh manually the, there we go. All right. Earthquakes. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys are still with me here. In case, like, there's no audio and I don't know it. I'd have an earthquake, tornado destroys half a town, 15 miles away. Yes. All right, cool. So we're all on board. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to read you guys. I could show you, but it's just easier to read it. The Rachel Ray, Obama. Oh, you know what? There's a link to it. There's a link to it down below on my channel here. Let me go there real quick. Where's the Rachel Ray? Oh, there it is. Copy. And I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, so wait till you read these comments. Now, this is after she did her little stunt in promoting Obamacare, okay? Oh, no, not Rachel Ray, too. Big deal. Basically, she says, I was on the set today reminding everyone to get covered. White House, Barack Obama, blah, 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 right? And so John writes, that wonderful program ended my family's health insurance. Be sure to thank your besties. And then Robert writes, ugh, the brainwashed. And then B. Hall says, are Rachel and Ellen signed up for Obamacare, or is it just for the peasants? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, I love when celebrities tell you to do something that they're not doing. You know she ain't doing it. You know she's got the best coverage there is, and she's union, and she's got a multi-million-dollar contract, and she has licensing deals, and just keep your mouth shut. Just don't do that. Do not. It was the moment you promoted it, even if it was a good program, you're gonna split your audience. It doesn't make sense to open your mouth. Jenny says Obamacare doubled the price of our premium. Let's see. Only after taking a second job could I afford Obamacare. If you guys don't know Obamacare, it's really simple. If you don't have coverage, let's say you work for yourself, okay? You're forced to buy medical coverage. It's not just medical coverage provided for everybody. But I have a friend who is an entrepreneur, runs his own business, doesn't have medical coverage. Well, now he has to spend like $400 a month to keep medical coverage through Obamacare. Not looking to talk about Obamacare. I'm looking to talk about Rachel Ray. Rachel, that was stupid. That's career suicide to even bring it on your show. So I'm sorry you chose to do that. Not a smart move. But, you know, I kind of, honestly, I'm more in shock. I thought she had more brains to say no. Even if she believes in it, don't bring it on your show. It's poison. It's a complete failure, and half America lost their insurance, and not half America, I'm exaggerating. There are people who are now paying more for insurance. There are people who lost their coverage, and they have medical conditions, and they need their medicine. Nope. You need to learn the word no. So that was what Rachel Ray did. I just read about it. I wanted to share that with you. Once again, politics and religion, it's not a good conversation. It just never turns out well. So, peasants' health care. Has Congress and Obama family signed up for that plan? Hell no, they haven't. Yeah, I know. It's just, I don't even get that. It's like, let them eat cake. Alright, so there's a lot of people out there that are big Stevia fans. And I've been experimenting with Stevia. It's not bad. I'm going to try it some more and see if I like it, or I can get into Stevia, which is an all-natural sweetener. Comes from a plant. To all the Stevia people out there, all the fanboys and fangirls, I just want to let you know something. Splenda is not aspartame. If one more person tells me that Splenda is aspartame, I'm just going to lose it. I'm just going to slam my face into the web camera. Splenda is not aspartame, and I'll make it really simple for you. Splenda is part of a sugar molecule. The reason people are against it is because they bleach sugar to separate the bad part of sugar that keeps it in your body and only leaves the sweet part of sugar that passes through your body. So, I mean, I'm not going to be all chemistry and everything. Basically, they use a chemical process to break apart the sugar molecule. So, you could honestly say that Splenda is a piece of sugar. Many people don't like the bleaching process. They think it's a chemical too. Yes, and that's your choice. And Stevia is a great alternative. But please, stop standing on the corner with your sign and ranting that Splenda is bad for you. I have yet to find a study. And trust me, when a study comes out from a reputable source, don't start sending me, I hate Splenda.com, and they report that Splenda is bad for you. But there's nothing yet. So anyway, I just want to clear that up. Aspartame is a sweetener. And that's one sweetener. And that's, I'm not going to claim to say what sweetener uses aspartame. Most of your sodas have aspartame. You can see it right on the back. And I have heard that it can cause joint pain or joint discomfort for some people if you drink it in large amounts. Those of you who are addicted to sodas, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you stop drinking the soda with aspartame, you'll see that the discomfort starts to get better or go away. I know 3 people personally that have tried it and then cut it out. So, this Splenda is not aspartame. I don't know why you go out there on the internet and say that. It just drives me nuts. Hey, Talibera 2020. You guys all know each other. It's so funny. You guys are having full-on conversations. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a sugar condition, if you don't have diabetes or, allergic to it or whatever, then just use sugar. Use a small amount. Just try it. Try Stevia too. It's an all-natural thing. If you're worried about being natural, you're worried about no chemicals or bleaching process, that's fine. That's fine. I'm totally in support of everything that doesn't harm you. And as far as I know, Splenda doesn't harm you. When it does, I'll be the first one to burn it, get it out of here, and never use it again, and tell everybody not to use it. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm reading a book called, what was it, White something and Deadly. White, Sweet, and Deadly, or something like that. I'm reading a book about sugar. And ironically, did you know the human body can live off of 0 sugar? I didn't know that. And if I'm wrong, correct me, but the book is by a very famous, it's been written in 1972, and then it reprinted in 83. Very reputable guy. Anyway, but you could live with no sugar in your life. It is not a necessity to the human body. That's very interesting. And we use so much of it, you have no idea. Almost everything has sugar in it to some extent. So, here's another thing. If you don't want to put sugar in your coffee, here's a trick. Put salt. Just a small dash of salt. The reason I think most of us sugar our coffee is because the coffee's bitter. Okay? If you put a dash of salt in your coffee, try it. I've done it. And you mix it in, and then you sip it. It fools the tongue. The tongue does not, for some reason, register the bitterness, or it negates the bitterness on your tongue. I don't know why. I have not a clue. But try it out. It's kind of fun, a fun test. All right, moving on. What else we got to talk about here? Kickstarter. Wow. All right, let me not talk about that right now. Let's stay on food for a minute. There's an article from about American Test Kitchen's editor, Julia Davison, who says she's talking about spoilage of food. And I don't know if I put the link down below, but I will after the show. I'll add it in. Did I put it down there? No. Anyway, the article says if you put bread in the refrigerator, that it'll go bad faster. Now, I grew up in a family, we always put bread in there to make it last. And it's always lasted. And I don't know what she's talking about. And I'm going to call her out on a video because, or I'm going to look like an idiot on a video, which won't be the first time. So I'm telling you, I've had a loaf of bread on the counter, boom, and my kitchen's about room temperature. It's not like 14,000 degrees. And I've had it go bad so fast because it's out, okay, and it's in a normal room condition, which is pretty warm, even 72 degrees room temperature. And then I put it in the refrigerator, and they last, you know, I can get a couple weeks out of a loaf of bread if I'm not eating it, which I'm not eating bread. So, in fact, I just threw out a loaf in the fridge. It had been there for a month. It was still good, but I ain't eating bread. Nobody else is, and I knew it was starting to go. So we're going to do a test later on in the future. The next food test I'm doing is pretty awesome. It's the reverse searing. Have you ever heard of reverse searing? Your steaks. Some people say that if you cook your steak and then sear it at the end, it's better than searing it first and then cooking it. And my video proves one way or the other. I'm not going to tell you what happens. It's a mind blower. But I'm going to show you proof. I'm going to take 2 ribeyes. And that is, I think, Tuesday's video, right? Tuesday's video? I think so. So you want to look into that, okay? Very much so. So anyway, that was an exciting video to do. I really appreciate that. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts about searing because it's been going on and on. Tonics Tech. Yes, Splenda is sucralose. Absolutely. Melanie, yes, you're right. Religion and politics are not meant for shows like Rachel Ray. It's about food. The moment you lose focus on your show, and I've done it a few times on the Cooking with Jack show, I've gotten carried away or went off into it. You got to pull yourself back. You got to be smart enough to go, it doesn't feel like right now, I'm kind of frustrated with the Cooking with Jack show because it's been a lot of product reviews. And if I do a lot of anything, I get bored or I get frustrated. So I got to come back. I'm going to start doing some casseroles. I want to cook again. So I you know, if I seem to have been over the top with the reviews, I apologize. I pull myself back. You just got to keep doing that. You got to always review your own. You just got to review your own work, and you got to criticize yourself, and that's how you keep on the edge. Yeah, Skinny Chef. We're moving on. I don't have to worry about that. I don't do a lot of, it wasn't much about politics, about Rachel Ray. Let's see here. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, just checking for questions. All right, so, whoops. I refreshed the wrong page. Sorry, guys. Okay, so anyway, if you know, Jack, you have a show, so does anyone with a camera. Oh, yeah, I totally agree with that. Horatio, anybody with a camera has a show. I'm real supportive of you guys doing your own channel. And if you want to talk to me privately, I'll help anybody. Because I'm just a regular guy, and I'm just doing what I like doing. You don't have to do cooking if you're looking to do something else. But yeah, hit me up on social media, and I'll give you recommendations. I'll tell you what's important. I'm about ready to blog. I did once before how to make money on YouTube. I did a blog post on that. But I think I'm going to do a blog post on how to get started on YouTube. Kelly, the lining in our canned food. Plus, they allow so many maggots in our canned mushrooms. Yuck. Oh my gosh. What are you guys talking about? We put our bread in here we go. No MWU. We put our bread. Oh, is that N0, isn't it? That's a 0. Sorry. Don't mean to destroy your username. We put our bread in the fridge and it lasts longer. Thank you. One time we didn't have room in the fridge for one loaf. It spoiled right away. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. I do not. She's the editor of American Test Kitchen, and she's telling us it'll spoil faster in the fridge. I got a whole lifetime of experience with that. Hey, Jack, what about those killer Rachel Ray ceramic, which, may I say, is great to get my food? I haven't seen them. I know her knife sharpener is horrible, as we talked about already. Taco rack. I freeze bread, Jack. Lasts a long time. Yeah, my mom always bought, because we were on food stamps, which is, you know, when you're poor. And she would buy for the whole month. So she'd buy like 3 or 4 loaves of bread, and 3 went in the freezer, 1 went in the fridge. We did it all the time. Oh, and by the way, we had to eat the ends. If you ever were caught throwing out an end in my house, ooh boy, we would get in trouble. So anyway, and by the way, Taco Rack is a really good friend of mine. We kind of became friends. He sent his product to my show, and I'm going to do a review on that. Not right now, but coming up. I think we're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo with some tacos, so it'll be the perfect opportunity. So be looking for that review, and if you have any Taco Rack questions, you can ask him right there. He's right there. So I put my bread in the freezer, and it lasts for a while. Yes. The bread is best under a freshly killed cow for my burgers. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Kevin, salt blocks the bitter taste buds. That's what I just couldn't even form that sentence. Kevin nailed it. Hamad, will you do cedar plank grilling in your new smoker? Yes, absolutely. I will do cedar planks. I'll probably do salmon on it. I haven't opened the smoker yet, and I can't tell you why yet. I will let you guys know in the next week or so why I haven't opened it yet. So I'm kind of stalling. I'm waiting for something. So I will let you know. I can't get any details right at the moment. I hate when I have to say something that I can't talk about. But as soon as I open that smoker, you will be there with me on camera. We'll look at it together. We'll open it together. It's a big, huge box. And kind of an unboxing. You'll watch me fumble around with tools, maybe have a buddy with me. I also have an episode coming up, and I don't know if I'm going to put it on Jack and the Go or Cooking with Jack, but Master Link Sausage Company just contacted me from Fullerton, California, and they want me to go do it behind the scenes at their place. Isn't that cool? So I get to go to some sausage company, and hopefully there'll be sausage there. You hope, right? All right, so let's talk about... All right, what's this? I've known other elks that had the Rachel Ray ceramic pots break on them, and they had to go to the vet for stitches on their hooves. Okay, I guess you're pretending to be Horatio, the meat-eating wonder elk. Got it. All right, you're an elk. Okay, I'll play with it. All right, I feed the ends of the bread to the birds and squirrels. Yeah, I do that, and then they poop on my van. It's not fun. I love this channel, Bruss Gaming HD. All right, Bruss, because you're a gamer and you've got a, oh gosh, I don't know whether to go to Oculus or talk about Second Son. I'll just mention Second Son. I'm playing Second Son. I got my new PS. You guys know I got the PS4. Well, I had to send it in. There was something wrong with my PS4, and it's a known problem. And they sent me another one. I started playing yesterday. This is it. Oops, sorry. Second Son. Infamous Second Son, and it's a blast. It's a lot of fun. They did great work on it. It's different than most. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'm not even going to talk about it. As always, as a gamer, I always recommend rent it at Redbox. Try it out, because your game information stays on your machine. So if you take it back to Redbox and then decide to go buy it, then you're wherever you are in the game is still on your machine. That's kind of cool. Always rent it at Redbox to see if you like it. Don't drop $60 unless you're definitely positive it's something you want to invest in. So my brother Charles, he belongs to GameFly, so he plays like games all the time, and he'll call me up and go, "Yep, Thief is horrible. Don't buy it." I'm like, "Oh, Jack Jr. already bought it," you know. So he's my guide to preventing waste of money. What happened to Taco Wars? Okay, Food Wars. Let's talk real quick about Food Wars. Pizza Wars going great. As you know, me and Edgar are still filming. Wing Wars. This is awesome. We just got back from filming 4 Wing Wars in San Diego. What a blast. Me and Lou had so much fun. And one of the Wing Wars got a big goose egg. That's right, a 0. Okay? And there's a way to get a 0 on a show immediately. and we did not see it coming. So you got to be looking for that. I don't know what episode that is. It's coming in the next few weeks. Burger Wars. It seems that Joe, my buddy, got a job that prevents him from filming with me anymore, and so I need to reevaluate that series. I definitely need to kickstart Burger Wars again and get back into it. It's not on hold. I just haven't figured out what I'm doing yet. Joe hasn't officially started, so I may try and get one more Burger War in with him to do like a goodbye video. Maybe we'll go get him we'll go get him and watch him eat an OMG burger. I don't know. Excuse me. So Burger Wars is ready for a little bit of a shakeup because Joe probably will be leaving Burger Wars, and I hate to even talk about it. So I'm really bummed. What else? Oh, Taco Wars. We're going to film next week, Taco Wars. It's Rick Chavez from Taco Wars who does it with me. He lives the furthest away, so it's not easy for him just to hop on over here. Our schedules have trouble aligning because he does Chico's Pico salsa. So he has his salsa in supermarkets, and I have my sauce in supermarkets, and we're both really busy doing those businesses, and so it's really hard to get together. But Taco Wars has not gone away. So there you go. That's our food wars. Hold on. I gotta take a sip. I hate people just hold a cup and talk with it and all that stuff. And that's totally me. Alright. R Spoon 97. Jack, I'm late, but how are the earthquakes treating you? Whew. They're doing great. Wouldn't that be cool if we had one right now? I'd be like that newscaster. Oh, hold on. And then I'd hide under the table. No, I wouldn't. I'd write it out. We'd write it out together. Stuff falling off behind me. I was, by the way, the Northridge quake was one of the big ones we had out here that took down part of our freeways. Northridge, California. I was broadcasting on a country station, and it was 5:30 in the morning, roughly. I remember because I was eating chicken. I had fried chicken, and I was playing, no lie, I was playing Garth Brooks' The Thunder Rolls, right? The long version, so I could eat my food. Well, because you have to eat when you can on radio, and you got to clean your hands, and anyway, no lie. So I'm there, and all of a sudden, the whole studio, all the commercials, they had carts. Commercials were all on these carts and discs and all that. They all started falling on me, right? And I'm like, I gotta leave the building, I'm like, screw this. I just cut the song out. I go, oh my God, guys. I'm live on the air. We're having an earthquake. Can you feel it? Totally trip. Okay, here's the deal. And my phone lines light up. 5:30 in the morning, right? And I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm checking with people. What had happened was the big LA station, KZLA, their antenna got knocked down by the earthquake. And they went off the air. And we were a small country station in Orange County that was right next to them on the dial. Well, we bled over to their signal. So everybody in LA that listens to KZLA was hearing my ugly voice, right? So it was funny because they're like, who's this Jack guy on KZLA? And I'm like, no, I didn't laugh. But it was cool. So I was taking care of people, calming them down. We were talking about what happened. There was a lot of damage. Windows busted on tons of buildings. But that was the big one, and I was on the air at the time. I've been on the air for 2 earthquakes here in California when I was in radio. It's always fun because everybody kind of comes together, and through tragedy we all come together and we forget all the bad things in the world and we help each other. I love that. Okay, moving on. FB Purity. There's a new thing on Facebook not new. I'm sorry, it's new to Jack's head. It's new to me. It's called FB Purity, and I have a link down below. And I literally installed it. There's a Chrome extension, a Firefox extension. I don't know how many more extensions there are, but it goes on your browser. So when I look at Facebook, all I see is my newsfeed. Nothing to the right. And on the left, I see newsfeed, cooking with Jack, and Jack on the Go. No games, no apps, no events. I turned off all the invites, all the game invites, no more. I could fully customize everything about it. I can change the font on Facebook. I can get rid of everything but just what I want. And it's really extensive, and I'm really excited about it. It's free. And I'm sure Facebook's not happy about it because I already put on ad blocks. So there's no ads there. But I mean, literally, you should see how clean my Facebook page is. I don't care about pages and groups and likes and I don't want suggestions. I don't care what's trending. Facebook is not where I go for trending. I go to trending. I go to Twitter. That's kind of my newswire. So check out fbpurity.com. My buddy Elliot turned me onto it, so I'm turning you guys onto it. There, you got it. You're done. So anyway, I just thought that was something that I should. Oh, Jack, I am really an elk. What's wrong if I have a human translating everything I say? Okay. Ooh. Are you an elk that lives in a little room with padded walls, or do you roam free in the wilderness? That's pretty cool. I'm talking to an elk right now. Jack, I can't wait for Elite Sniper 2. I think you mean Elite Sniper 3, Taco Rack. I think Elite Sniper 3 is coming out. Look at me. I'm looking up games. I just read that the third one's coming out in... Yeah, Sniper Elite 3 Rebellion. I don't know when that's coming out. I think the second one's already out. So look into that. Let me know. Check out Will It Sausage by Colt Moo. Okay, I'll check it out. Yes, I got the game yesterday. I haven't played it yet. Oh, Brust Gaming, you're gonna like it. It's a fun game. Jack, I love you. AZN Knight 69, I love you too, and thanks for joining us on the live show. Jack, I didn't know you were a gamer. Sammy version 9. Sammy version 9, I have been a gamer since the very first video game ever created. I am the first generation of gamers. Okay? I was around when Pong was invented, all right? The first video game I played was on an Apple II computer, and it was called Ultima 1, and it had no images, no picture. It was rolling text. It was like playing Dungeons and Dragons, and you just had to read everything on the screen. It's almost like Zelda is today. They still can't put voices reading. Everything is scripted out. I don't know. Sorry, Zelda. I loved you 20 years ago, but you haven't evolved, and I think Zelda needs a big upgrade. They're so far behind. They look like they did a decade ago. Yeah, big gamer. I played it all. I played a ton of Final Fantasies, then got burned out on it. Played all first person, all the Call of Duties, Battlefields. Oh gosh, I used to play Counter-Strike back in the day when everybody was cheating, where you could see people through the walls. Yeah, I've been a gamer for so long. I've had every Nintendo system, every Xbox system, and every PlayStation system. The only system I never bought, I had the Atari system. I had the Commodore 64. The only system I never bought was the Sega Dreamcast. Was it Dreamcast? Is that what it was called? Yeah. And then they went under. I felt really bad. I thought I was the reason. No, just kidding. Yeah, I would have been their only sale. So, and I'm telling Nintendo right now, as of right now, the way Nintendo's been going for about a year or two. I know they're working on the next generation. I'm not here to offend anybody, but the Wii U is considered a failure by Nintendo. I really think Nintendo would rock. I mean, really rock if they'd stop the hardware business. Think about it. They could take all those titles and make them available to everybody on all systems. Okay? And they could continue with the Zelda series and make them available to all systems. They have some great stuff. They have great licensing titles. Sega did it. They're doing okay. So Nintendo, if you're watching, like they're watching my show, you need to think about that. Okay, my boyfriend and I just got an X-Bone because all of our friends are on Xbox Live. Also, I like the arcade games from PopCap. Yeah, but if all your friends are on Xbox Live, you can't talk to them if they're on Xbox Live 360. They all have to have the new Xbox One, or nobody can talk. And don't get me wrong, to be fair, PlayStation 4 people, I don't think, can talk to PlayStation 3 people. The whole thing's insane. We can all talk no matter what kind of phone we got. I just don't get it. Why is the messaging center not on separate servers or something? I'm not the technical guy, but I mean, you know, we have robots that are doing the job of doctors. Why can't we just talk to each other across different platforms? So anyway, I hope you like the Xbox One. Oh, Xbone, yeah. I read it correctly. I hope you like the Xbox One. My son does not like it, and it's just collecting dust right now in his room. He's here. Who got poisoned this time? Talavera. Who? I must have missed that. Sometimes you guys are talking about something down below, and I'm missing in the comments are just going by. I apologize. If I didn't answer your question, I will after the show. It's a rule of my show that I go through the entire comment section. Hey, Jack, do you watch The Walking Dead? I stopped watching The Walking Dead when it got boring. That would be like the middle of the jail scene. You know, about mid jail. I mean, when they never left the jail and nothing ever happened and they just stayed in the jail. And I'm like, why am I watching this show? And now it's just ridiculous. I mean, I'll walk through the living room and see them watching it. I know what they did. They tried to cut the show's cost, and they're like, okay, well, we're just going to have everybody split up. This way, when we're filming, we only have to pay 2 actors, and we can film them for, you know, for the day, and we can save money on all the other actors. And you know what? When the original creator left the show, like, it was like the beginning of season 3, I think, or the end of season 2, or something like that. I knew, I prayed, I hoped. It's gone nowhere, and so I'm kind of over it. I don't watch it anymore, so I'm not going to spoil anything. But you guys know what I'm talking about, the jail. I just was way over it. All right. Hey, Jack, did you hear about the new synthetic yeast? No, but if you could send me information via social media, I'll look into it. We can talk about it next week. I want to hear all about it. Let's see. I hate when it. I hate when it marks things as spam and it's not spam in the comment section. But hey. Yeah, not sure what that is. But be careful, you guys. We got I got moderators, so be careful what you type in the comment section. I don't want to see anybody get banned unless they have to. For the sake of my loved ones, I must strike another match, go start anew. By embracing the I don't even know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I guess I don't talk elk. I thought I did. All right. Okay, so back on track. Kickstarter. I have really mixed emotions about Kickstarter. I think Kickstarter, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because of this product here. And this product is called Oculus Rift, whatever you want to call it. It's a virtual reality headset that lets you see everything like you're really in the world, and it's an amazing thing. 9,500 people backed this on Kickstarter. They gave over $2 million to the guy who created this to help make it happen. And then he sold it to Facebook for $2 billion. I have mixed emotions. Number one, I'm not a fan of the way people are using Kickstarter. Number two, you know what you're getting into. It's a donation. It's not an investment into the company. So as much as people are angry and doing death threats against the guy that created that, I know you gave tons of money and you helped him, but you chose to do that. That's a donation. It's an investment. You're still going to get your headset or whatever your agreement was, but you don't own any part of the company. Morally, do I think the whole thing's bad? This is what I would have done. If the guy who runs Oculus is watching, which he's not, but if he is, I would have given every one of my investors $10,000 for being a part of it. That would have been 10,000 times 10,000. So what is it, a million or 10 million? $10 million. $10 million is nothing out of $2 billion. Okay? And I would have done that just for PR because it looks good as a thank you. I don't know. I would have gave money to everybody who backed me. But when you go on Kickstarter, it's a donation. You believe in the product, you believe in the person. Okay? If he sells out, guess what? He sold out. He sold it for a reason. He sold it because he knew that I just had enough money to make the prototype or whatever. Or I can't do this on my own, I need muscle. I get that. But I'm really upset that some YouTubers have misused, in my mind, in my opinion, YouTubers are misusing Kickstarter. For example, I'm not going to name names, I'm not going to slam people, but I'm going to give you examples. One big YouTuber, and what I mean by big YouTuber, it means they're probably making $250,000 a year or more. One big YouTuber funded asked for a certain amount of money, I think it was $200,000, to do a DVD, to produce a documentary about his life so that he could turn around and sell it. It always bothers me when they use their viewers. They say, I want money from you, so you pay to build what I want, and then I'm going to go make money off of it. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it to the world. Okay? Let's see. Like, what was another one? Oh, another YouTuber used it, asked for $200,000. And by the way, the last YouTuber I just mentioned, it was on Indiegogo, which is like Kickstarter. They're crowdsourcing or whatever the term is. Anyway, so another YouTuber did it, asked their viewers to send money so that she could go around the United States in an RV and cruise around and film the whole thing, meeting her fans and all that stuff. Another one did it to fund their show, season 2 of their YouTube show. I don't think the viewers should foot the bill. Every one of the YouTubers that I know that went on Kickstarter has ways of getting it paid or can afford to do it themselves or whatever. But to go to your viewers who helped you become something on YouTube is completely inappropriate. I am totally against it, and I don't care what they think. I wouldn't do it. And you could record this moment in history. The only time I'd use Kickstarter is if I was raising money for a good cause. That'd be it. If I wanted to build a building for the homeless, or I wanted to do a campaign to feed the hungry people in a disaster area, or whatever. I mean, those are reasons to ask for money. But not when you're making. And there's a lot of YouTubers making a lot of money. And then you turn to your viewers who don't make a lot of money, but show love and support you and help you make your money, and you ask them for more money. There you go. That says it all. So that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry. I knew I was going to rant about that. I get frustrated when I talk about it. I just think harshly about it. It's just something that's close to my heart. I think you guys are everything, and that's the reason why we are who we are. And we should be grateful every step of the way. So, let's see. Kelly, I have the first generation PS, PS2, PS3. By the way, if you have the very first Nintendo Entertainment System, that's worth some money. Just so you know. Oh, well, Jack, Shay Carl just sold his company for $500 million to Disney. I didn't know Shay Carl owned Maker Studios. Did he? Does Shay Carl own Maker Studios? Okay, so you knew it was Shay Carl. Darn. Shay Carl Maker Studios. Does Shay Carl own it? Maker Studio, Scott's customer, Shay Carl. Oh. It looks like he might be one of the... Yeah. Wow. Okay, I'm even... Hold on. I'm even more upset now than ever. Ugh. That's what I'm talking about. And he had the gall last year to ask for money from his viewers. Really? $500 million. If you don't know what Maker Studios is, it's a YouTube network. Well, you guys know what YouTube networks are. Most of us are represented by a network. I'm going to Tastemade Network, which is a food network for YouTubers. I'm going, when is today? April 11th, I start with Tastemade. So, Yeah, wow. Gosh. Okay. Well, Jack Shaker Aldershoulders, I can't get over that. I'm totally shocked at the fact that he would go out there. So anyway, you guys understand? I don't know. How do you guys feel? Did I feel, am I unjust for the way I feel? Am I being an idiot again? You know, I'm just, I don't know. I'm speechless. Oh my gosh, I'm all flustered. I have a few more minutes. Let me see. Did I say everything? Last thing, Yahoo. Yahoo. Yahoo is going after YouTube. That's right. Yahoo has a thing called Yahoo Screen, and I put a link to the story down below. It looks like they're gonna try and steal away some of YouTube's biggest artists to launch their own video service. It's also gonna pay you and all that stuff and whatever. What do you guys think about that? I'm really curious. I think competition is good. I would not sign exclusively to one or the other. I would probably be on both. I would just duplicate everything. So if you like watching it on Yahoo, better. You know, some people like Vimeo because the player is much better than most. Vimeo's a great video site. Unfortunately, you know, you can't earn a living. You can't earn a living. You can't earn a living, or you can't monetize at all your products on Vimeo. But I thought Yahoo was going to buy their technology because they do a clean video service. So anyway, what do you think? You think Yahoo has it? I think Yahoo doesn't do something, their days are numbered. So they need to pick it up. They need to cut the fat and pick it up and make sure that, and drive the brand home. Yahoo is amazing in fantasy sports. Drive that home. Be the master of that. Yahoo's still alive. Yeah. The other one was Hello Hardo. She asked for money to travel USA. Oh, you guys are good. You guys knew exactly who I was talking about. Wow, and Disney's going to pay $450 million more if the company produces more money than last year. Jack, would you buy a peeler that was called the E-Smile? I'm trying to make some money. What do you think? No, I don't think E-Smile's a great name for a peeler. I want something that's gonna, it's gonna represent, it's quick and easy, or it's sharp and safe, something like that. I don't know. Laser peeler. I have no idea. I'm not in marketing mode right now. But yeah, E-Smile doesn't feel like a peeler. You're talking like a potato peeler, right? I hope you're not talking bad about Shay Carl, Jack. If you are, I will be sad. I do not know Shay Carl. Do not misinterpret my comment. My comment is I don't like what he did. Now, my son does a lot of things that I don't like that he does, but I love my son. I have no ill feelings or anything towards Shay Carl until I meet him and see who he is. I've known about him, but I've never met him. I've ran into him. I've ran into Hannah Hart. I've ran into all of them. I've met, in fact, all three of the people I talked about, I've met face to face, YouTube studios, and had conversations with. But no, Shay Carl's a person. Don't know him. Can't say whether I like him, dislike him. What Shay Carl did is crap. I'm not happy with it. I thought it was totally. And look, see, you sent him, and he got his $200,000. He got his $200,000, and the next year he sells his company $500 million. See, I don't blame you for being upset. I understand why people get upset, because you guys work a 9-to-5 job, a hard job, labor intensive, getting up, getting out of bed, getting dressed. I mean, look at me. I'm in my house. But you guys keep America spinning, or the world. You're in different countries. You're keeping the whole world going by what you do. And none of the YouTubers, including me, would be anything without you guys. So you guys are more important than me. So, and I don't feel that's the case. What's my opinion of the Cowboys this year? Don't get me started. Ricky Ticky, Tabby. I had to say it. Yeah, I'm sad. Hold on. All right. So, 2015, 2016. I'll keep going. All right. So, that's it. I'm just going to sign off on that. And then I'm going to be here for a few minutes. So you have another question. I'm going through all the questions because, once again, it's important what you guys wrote. And I'm gonna go through right now and try to answer. I'll probably do it private. I'll probably do it to you personally because YouTube will shut off all the reply buttons. That's just the way it is. So you guys have a good one. Have a beautiful day. Be kind to a stranger today, would you? And you know, feed somebody. That's about it. Take care, you guys. I'll see you next week. Right? Next week? Yeah.